Hey, girl. How are you?
Edibles fucked my shit up last night. I believe this is my 5th attempt at getting up today. Stop.
This is why a sub needs to be monitored at all times. How many did you eat, precious?
So it's weird. While I have a respectable tolerance for this type of thing, weed is different because since I never liked the effects, I've hardly consumed any all these years. So? My friend sent me the strongest gummies they make from Seattle. I don't know about the dose, but I had 2 of those and 2 of these mints. So not a lot really, but nonetheless, it was enough to destroy me.
Whoa! How long were you out for?
Is it Sunday?
Aha! Yes, silly slave girl. At 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
So much to do.
How do you feel physically?
Stiff, because I fell asleep in my office chair.
Oh boy, you do need to be monitored. Maybe you should take a hot bath.
Like, my neck has a spot that particularly smarts. Yeah, this condo doesn't have a good tub for baths.
That sucks. Foam roller?
The fuck you say? What?
Haha! It's hard to explain. Hold on. And then I sent Kelpish, I sent her a link to Great List. Everything you ever wanted to know about foam rollers.
They look like paint rollers.
No, the foam rollers. It helps if you were a masochist.
I had no idea these existed. That would definitely help.
They are little miracle devices.
So, how are you doing?
Well, it was odd. I was in bed at 9 p.m. I took some Z-Quil. I woke up only 4 hours later, and then I stayed up for 4 hours, and then I went back to bed for 5 more hours.
Oh, weird.
Very, but body is getting used to working out, I guess.
Oh?
Yeah, I have great news. Danny G confirmed she can record with me on Tuesday. Sunglassy face emojis.
Very cool. Glad she is feeling better.
Yes, and I have been exercising daily.
That is dedication. I remember a time in my mid-20s. I was living in this beachfront property just south of Santa Cruz. I've never done anything like this before or since.
To be honest, I always run from exercise, even during quarantine. But after the first month, I felt so tired and so weak, and I gained 10 pounds. I just snapped.
But I would get up at like 5:30 a.m. and run around the neighborhood, about 1.5 miles, 5 days a week.
Wow, I bet you were in killer shape.
I know that isn't a super long distance, but for someone who grew up with asthma, it's an achievement.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I was, but so unhealthy in other ways. I think I lived off of Starbucks and Camel Red lights at the time.
Ah, that cancels out the running. Okay, so Lancelot has to prepare for his guest spot. See you on the YouTube, bros.
Break a leg.
Thank you. I'm drinking a gin and tonic.
Are you drunk?
No, but with gin, it don't take long. Ha ha!
Lightweight. Gin is like that. Efficient.
It is. I also got cranberry juice.
Cape Cods are so good too. Cranberry with some Stoli vanilla. Oh, so good.
Yes. Looks like I'm recording Tuesday evening.
With Salmon and Danny?
Yeah, and Clobber too.
Nice.
So then I can work on our script. How was your day?
Not as productive as I wanted.
You were too high?
No, I need to dry out for a while before I do that again. Have you ever had that feeling where you don't feel in sync with this reality, and so everything just takes forever?
When I am drunk, the room doesn't move as fast as my head turns. Like that, you mean?
Like your soul isn't supposed to be here.
Wow. No. How often does that happen? Is it more a physical or emotional a feeling?
Not as much as it used to. I don't mean to deflect, but can we talk about it another time? I am also reading through work emails to get caught up by tomorrow. And it's difficult to multitask when discussing something of that magnitude.
I understand completely. We will table it for our phone call.
A multitude of thanks. And for the record, I was lurking for Andrew's call, but I was about 25 minutes late.
Okay. I was disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I am hanging out with Lorne Identity, and I'm listening to Lorne use the N-word frequently.
If I had known that, I would have been active in the chat. I'm in there too. Have you ever displayed any psychic traits?
I was hoping to see you. It was a big deal to me. I have not. I think how I was raised, such things would spook me out.
I apologize for not making my presence known.
Forgiven.
Can I make it up to you somehow? Blink, blink. I'll make it up to you with info. My name? Any guesses?
Okay. Blink, blink. Sasha. Your name is Sasha.
I wish. It's so kinda close, sorta.
That's kind of pretty, I guess.
Wow, what an endorsement. Thanks, Jorrun.
That's not the worst name I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
It's hardly a name of a genie. Your name should be, something long and exotic and genie-esque.
But it's not pronounced the normal way. It's like...
Like...
No.
Oh.
Like...
Oh, well, I've never heard it said like that before.
But...
That's wild.
Yeah, it's fixed a little bit different way.
Fancy. Ha-ha! I now know the real first name of everyone in the church that I have ever voice chatted with. I rock.
It's weird you think about that type of information, Jorrun.
I know all their ethnicities, all their bra sizes, and all of their first names.
Do you know my bra size?
Yeah, you told me they were BB, they're double Bs for big boobs. Or maybe they were HBs. Huge boobs. I know there's SBs for small boobs and BBs for big boobs.
Are there MBs?
For monster boobs? Yeah.
Have you ever touched a boob, Jorrun?
I have touched a boob. I've touched two of them at once, too. It felt like 2 bags of sand.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel happy in my pants. And I was so relaxed. It was just like squeezing sandbags.
Are a woman's tits a soporific for you?
I don't know what that big word means, Kelpish.
Well, you'll have to find out. You'll have to look it up and get back to me.
Okay, I won't do that, but I'll tell you I will.
You are quite the rising star of teacapism.
Well, I work my ass off. I am dominant aggressive. Or is it Tiffany aggressive? Ha-ha! Both are so similar.
You are definitely the hardest working person in the community. And Chef is second. I don't think Tiffany is aggressive at all in reality.
Chef inspires me, as does Baked. I'm lucky to have both of them as such great friends.
I would not have any content if not for baked salmon.
The real Tiffany is incredibly sweet, and Baked is awesome.
Yep, I bet she is.
I am drunk enough now to get sentimental. Ha ha!
I am curious about something.
And anxious?
When I first told you as to my lifestyle and current status, you immediately thought it was baked salmon. What made you think that?
Half a joke and half a guess?
Gotcha. So what kind of things make you sentimental?
Alcohol! LMAO!
Sorry, I mean, what kind of things are you sentimental about?
I am not ashamed.
I have noticed that as I get older, the more sentimental I have become.
I am not even sure if Baked Salmon is a dominant. He is so laid back. Regardless, he is fucking awesome.
These days, an effectively crafted commercial can get me all misty-eyed.
Yeah! It is natural. As we age, our long-term memory increases, and we become more empathetic, hopefully.
Do you have a favorite film or films? Or, alternatively, a film that had a huge impact on you?
That is an interesting change of subject. Before I answer that, gonna share any more info with me? Or what things make you sentimental?
Thinking. The ineffable beauty in nature.
Okay, that's a very good answer.
Simple acts of genuine affection. Powerful art.
Those are all deep answers.
I can't remember the last time I visited a museum and didn't tear up at least once.
Aw, what a sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm just a softie in the shell of a grown-up goth girl.
Ha 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 ha, my type. Well, maybe not the goth part. I'll answer your question maybe as a 2-for-1.
Wait a minute. The goth part isn't your type?
That's right. I like women who enjoy wearing colors, and I don't care for most of their music. I do like the femininity of it, though. The dresses, nice dresses.
Interesting. Not good or bad.
When you say goth girl, Kelpish, I don't like the goth part, but I do like the girl part. So I give you 50% on that answer. How about you replace goth with slave? Well, maybe the more recent music. A lot of the 80s music I like sometimes gets categorized as goth music.
That is true about the 80s music.
My first girlfriend, the gypsy, was goth. She wore long dresses with combat boots. Ha ha ha!
I only mention it because you are probably the first person to be neutral to that characteristic. Even hillbillies love goth girls. It's like everyone has their own sexualized version of what they want goth girls to be.
I did not know that.
That's been my experience, at least.
Cool.
Huh?
Well, even the hillbillies love goth girls comment really threw me for a loop. Yeah ha ha!
You have no idea what I actually just said, do you?
You said something about girls.
Oh, okay. Films.
My favorite character of all time and a scene that always makes me tear up. This is juicy stuff, Kelpish. You may want to share more info with me, evil devil face emoji.
We shall see. Please continue.
Sit down, preferably at my feet. My favorite character of all time, Jules Winfield of Pulp Fiction.
That is a solid choice.
Yes! Besides the fact that it's Samuel motherfucking Jackson.
What is in the suitcase?
That speech at the end is one of the best acted and most moving I have ever heard, and it always makes me tear up. You now know something about me I don't think anyone else in the world knows. The ball's in your court, sub-girl.
Got a call. Sorry, just a minute.
No problem.
Sorry about that. It was Dad.
Oh, okay, that's not a problem.
I remember that speech being especially poignant, but its actual content now escapes me. I'm sure I can find it on YouTube.
Yes, and I have it saved.
What is it about the Jules character that caught your attention?
The badassery, and the cool, and the manliness.
Also, mango gelato with fresh raspberries and blueberries is food of the gods. Oh, and whipped cream too.
But the scene where he has a spiritual conversion, it's powerful. Now I am imagining you feeding me that. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I can see all those things. You like to be fed?
Don't just blow this off, Vincent. What happened here is a miracle, and I need you to fucking acknowledge it. And scene. Of course, best part of being a master is being spoiled and catered to by a beautiful woman who loves to please you because it is in her nature.
That's a very well-crafted answer.
That last speech is so powerful. Jules realizes he's been interpreting the scripture the wrong way this whole time. And now he knows he must change his entire life. And he's ready to do the right thing. The last sub I just had, who I am still friends with, she's such a natural. She loves to please and loves when I give her commands. Non-sexual ones now, of course.
That is the sign of an advanced mind. To be able to shift so quickly when new information is presented that negates what you previously believed.
That's a very salient point. He is not stubborn or childish. He adapts right away. Vincent does not, and he later meets his end. You know what? Here, I know we talked about this in the stream, but he's got this so fucking 180 degrees backwards.
Yeah. I mean, having, recently just rewatched all of that, it's so clear.
Vincent is an idiot who is stoned the entire time, and that's just who he is. Like, he's happy to be a stoned idiot and do his job.
Yes.
And fucking Jules thinks he's like some kind of spiritual wise master, but he's wrong in everything that he does. And and he's fascinated and doesn't understand that fucking French McDonald's doesn't have a quarter pounder. Like, that's the highlight of his wisdom.
It's such a clear performance of like a pseudo intellectual who, the only thing that they can philosophize about is a fucking quarter pounder and cheese and what it's called in France.
What do they call a Whopper? I don't know. I didn't go into Burger King.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much fun was being kind of directed at those type of people who have to assign significance to things that are just random or chance.
He can't even fucking clean out his car without calling the wolf.
And he needs to have bad motherfucker written on his wallet just to make sure everybody knows.
Yeah. Okay, it's your turn.
If I may be so bold, why did the relationship end? Sounds like it was a good match.
I think at first she just saw it as a role play. Plus, I think right around that time, someone she was working with made himself known to her, and they matched. We only flirted over the course of like a month.
Oh, so the timing was off a bit.
Ah, yes, very much so.
But you still give her commands?
Yes, I do. Like, go like and leave a comment on my videos. That sort of thing. Also, I have some friends who sometimes lack motivation, but hop to it when they hear a voice of authority. So, I give them that.
That's why you fucking always tell me to go watch your videos and leave fucking comments, isn't it? You're giving me commands.
Yes.
Oh my God, I am so irate right now that you think you're giving me these, that I somehow need to have commands given to me.
Jorrun was playing you the entire time, Kelpish.
I am gonna fuck your shit up.
Okay. I command you not to fuck up anybody's shit, especially mine.
Oh, your shit's getting fucked with.
No.
Just wait. Just wait a couple months.
No.
Does her current dom mind?
I haven't asked her. I don't think he's even kinky.
Boring.
Yeah. What can I say? How could you want him when you know you could have me?
Well, you could say that. Was she local to you?
That's an old Spin Doctor song, by the way. No, not at all. She lives in fucking Montreal. Well.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
Definitely. Any more questions about the film and why I love it?
Love Uma.
Yes, your favorite film. Or what moves you?
Did you see it in the theater? Oh, me?
No.
A film that has had an immeasurable effect on me has to be, hands down, was Altered State. You've never heard of it, huh?
Nope. I was half expecting you to say something foreign.
It was based on a novel of the same name that I read, actually, after watching the film. If I was naming off my favorite films, there would be several. But I saw Altered States when I was about 12 years old.
Did you see it in the theater?
No. Sunday movie on the television. It stars William Hurt and Blair Brown. And it's about the collective unconscious, tapping into your true eternal self. That reality may not be as it seems, that you are a divine creature.
That sounds interesting.
More than the sum of your flesh and sinew. That is a lot to comprehend as a 12-year-old.
Love is stronger than death? Yes, haha! No wonder that left a mark on you.
That is the name of a goth band. No, wait.
Really? Haha! It's a the song. A masterpiece.
Love is colder than death. In short.
LMAO! That name is so stereotypically goth. I love it.
The film follows a psychologist conducting experiments by taking a drug cocktail of LSD and ayahuasca, and then going into an isolation float tank and starts having all these amazing experiences outside of time and space. 100% not exaggerating. After watching the end credits, my mind worked in a completely different way. All of those Jungian concepts opened entire vistas of possibilities that I'm still exploring today.
Wow!
I know, right?
I imagine how different your life would have been if you had never seen that film.
Insanely different.
It's like quantum mechanics. One seemingly small thing echoes out into so many different directions.
Oh yeah, a lot of quantum thinking.
It changed my life.
The one to the many, the negation of long distances, including time, the power of non-locality with regard to influence. And if I had to speculate, the concept that particularly influenced you was the power of the observer.
Yes!
Ah, I knew it.
The act of observing changes the observed and the observer.
Yep. That concept aligns with your frequency way too well for it not to be.
Do you like my frequency? The way I vibrate?
I'm still learning your pattern.
That's actually a joke from the first episode of I Dream of Jeannie!
Wow, I don't remember that.
Her vibrations are all wrong for you. Funny, I kind of like the way she vibrates. I love showing that episode to women. It is so much more sexual than the rest of the series, even by today's standards. It's surprising.
I watched I Dream of Jeannie a lot when I was younger, but I must admit my fave was always Addams Family. Wait, you're Latin. Gomez is the ideal lover, right?
Ah, that is such a great show. I love John Astin. He was a joy to watch. Yeah! Let me put it to you like this. He and I both react the same way to hearing French spoken.
My tablet just died. Hold on.
I will do your part. And yet, he uses the term boobala, which is Yiddish, I believe. Or maybe it comes from the Mesopotamian Yiddishi. Or boobali. Oh, like big boobalalis? No, Jorrun. Boobala is Yiddish. The sexual tension between he and Morticia is palpable. It drips like the marmalade from the morning dew of a rose. You know, darling Tara, back in ancient Greece, men did all the parts as the lady folk were deemed insufficient actors, and the men would play both the children and the female parts of the production.
I was aware of that, Kelpie. Thank you.
We should do an opposite one day.
I don't know if people would like it as much.
No.
I don't think I do very well. I think you should just do them both, because you do both of them funny.
Did you know that the Addams Family actually came from the Adamasichas, the Mesopotamian tribe, where the women were tall and gothy, and the men were great lovers, short with mustaches. And it's based off of that. There's a deleted section of the Odyssey, which only a few people have, such as myself. And in that there is a section about the Addams Family that was deemed too titillating for the audiences of the day.
All right. I have found myself, but if you want to continue, you can be both.
No. No, Lord, it's far more equitable for you to play your own part in this.
Yeah, but you play me better than me.
But you play me playing you, playing me playing you better than I can play you playing me playing you, playing me playing you.
And yet, he uses the term boobala, which is Yiddish, I believe. The sexual tension between he and Morticia is still powerful, even by today's standards.
It is! Who was better, Carolyn Jones or Angelica Houston?
Sorry for any delay. My kitties were telling me their food dish got knocked over. Wow, that's a tough call. I'm going to say that for both roles, Aston and Jones were the best.
Haha! How many kitties?
Zwei. 2 kitties.
I don't think there is a wrong answer. Houston, I find much more sexy. Both Gomez's I like for different reasons. Aston was the most charmingly insane, and Julia was the most authentically Latino.
Oh yeah, Houston is magnificent, but there is a tinge of caricature to her performance that I always noticed. Julia is one of the few who can balance charm and bravado to an attractive outcome.
Yes, he is such a good actor. A real gusto for living in that role.
Yep.
Oh, guess what I just found out?
What?
Angelica Houston, half Italian. Devil face emoji.
You didn't know that?
I go for a type. Yaha! I didn't know that.
Her mom's name is escaping me at the moment.
Enrica.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Adam's Family was all kinds of awesome.
Damn straight.
Okay, now going back to quantum mechanics, I joked that I willed myself into a better alternate reality,
Could be possible.
where all of my female friends were hot. Ha ha!
Oh God.
Am I keeping you up? Let me know. I don't have to get up at any certain time these days.
No. But I do need to get through my inbox. So if there is a short delay, that is why.
That's not a problem. There's a rose.
Ah, cool.
What are your plans for tomorrow?
Working? That's all I have at this point.
One of your extra long days?
Mondays typically run long, yeah.
Gotcha. I eagerly await your big project.
Ooh, yeah. Halfway done recording the audio.
Great.
And then I gotta somehow work out a weekly schedule where I can devote a consistent number of hours each week to my channel. Because now it's just when I randomly have time.
Oh ho ho. Sounds like someone is getting serious.
And I know the only way to really grow a channel is to consistently upload new content. Every 6 weeks just isn't cutting it.
That's correct. From what Chef has been teaching me, where would you like your channel to be in a year?
A year from today? Over 1,000 subs maybe?
Nice!
It'd be cool to have it generate a small stream of income, just so it could pay for itself.
I could give you a small stream. I'd also like to have 1,000 subs. Whoops! That's a different type of subs. Winky winky.
Oh, you wouldn't know what to do with that many.
Oh, I'd know. But my dick would fall off.
I'm not even talking about the sex, the housing and feeding, and think of all the cat fights.
Oh, God. 1,000 is like an army.
And
I am getting closer to Patreon and money on my streams. I have to figure out what issue is holding me back.
I'm assuming you'd train them all. Think of 1,000 women always wanting to please you.
Yes.
It would get old, no longer special.
Sadly, that's true. Unlimited candy is no good for anyone.
It just leads to diabetes.
Yaha!
You don't want to love diabetes, do you?
Fuck no!
Exactly.
I lost weight to avoid diabetes.